What's going on, everyone? Today we have a very special video because we have a special unit to install on the JK. Let's just talk about the package of the Alpine restyle. This thing is massive. Just look at the package. Cannot wait to see how this system is gonna work together and how it's gonna sound. This system literally removes your factory speakers, your factory tweeters, and plug and play, and adds a subwoofer under the seat. Let's get started with the installation of this unit. First thing that we are going to do to start with the install is let's go ahead and remove the negative terminal of the battery. Next, we are going to remove the freedom panels, the two freedom panels on top of the Jeep for better lighting, because we're gonna be working on the interior and the dash. Let's remove the main unit. I'm not gonna be doing a how-to video because there is plenty online. If I explain it myself, believe me, you're gonna get lost. Now that we got the 4 7mm screws out of the way, let's get the main unit out of here. Oh my god, this thing it's hard. What's holding this thing? Yeah, so I definitely needed 2 hands. It was not that bad. Now let's remove those connections back there. Main unit is finally out of the way. And this looks like, damn, I'm doing a hell of a job here, but don't worry about it. Following instructions and let's see how it turns out. Now, per Alpine instructions, we're gonna have to trim this piece right here. Now that I presented the cuts, let me do it with one hand. See ya, and let's do it here. We just got everything out of the Alpine box, and these are the components of the stereo. Take a look at this beauty right here. This is the new center dash bezel that comes with the unit. We have the 9-inch screen that looks like an iPad. Now that we have everything unpacked, let's go ahead and proceed with the bench assembly. We're gonna start putting the brackets into the screen, making sure everything is ready so we can go ahead and throw it in the Jeep. All right, we just finished the assembly of pretty much the main unit. This step right here requires to flash our Maestro model with the provided software and instructions. So we have to do this in the computer. Let's get this flashed. It's gonna ask us what year is our vehicle, what brand, and all these settings are gonna be loaded into our device. This is also gonna make sure that we can use our steering wheel buttons. So make sure you take a picture of your steering wheel before finishing this step. Wow, this is crazy. You can even customize your own buttons here in this software. We just finished all of these steps to configure our device. Now it's being flashed. So once it's done, we're gonna finish the connections in the Jeep. Now we're gonna have to cut our factory plastics to make sure that this new unit that we have here fits flush. AC vents are now removed, and we're gonna trim this main piece right here. We're gonna follow along that line. Right, we just finished cutting the centerpiece of our dash, and the cuts doesn't matter if it's not perfect. Like, this is not perfect because our new unit from Alpine will cover part of this centerpiece here in plastic. Now let's go ahead and put the factory AC vents into the new unit. Quick update, we have the microphone set up. I decided to put it here because I don't like to see things on the way. Some people put it right behind the steering wheel. Other ones stick it here, but I'm gonna have an S spot with buttons here, so I don't wanna put it there. So I found that this is a good location that does not bother my view. I have wired already OBD2, same route as the microphone, and I wired the antenna that I put it right underneath. You guys can see this. This is the antenna. I run the wire all the way through here, down here, and these 3 wires that you guys see there are microphone, OBD2, and antenna. Now that we have presented the Alpine unit, I have enough time to install the audio. So let's go ahead and remove the tweeters. This is straightforward. Pull it out. Now disconnect the cables, and let's see what we have to do to install the new ones. All right, so this couldn't be any easier. Alpine did a great job with this. Here you have 2 connections. One for 2007 to 14 and one to 15 to 17. Nah, just look at how this looks versus the OEM one. What? A few 7mm bolts, and we were able to remove everything that we need to access the speaker. Now we're gonna remove the 10mm and a few screws that hold the speaker in place so we can remove and put a new one in. Bolts are out, and for those trying to remove that speaker on the passenger side, just remove it through your glove box, and here it is, already disconnected. Yeah, wow. I mean, this is a system that came out in 2011, so I can't complain. When I said that Alpine really did a good job creating a plug and play system, is because we don't have to do any new connections, we don't have to drill any holes. I just have to remove those bolts right here, and this just connects right up. Here's a little comparison side by side. The Alpine one is a bit taller, and yeah, you can see the quality of the components. I'm not a big audio guy. I like audio, but I'm not an expert. But yeah, I can definitely tell that one looks better built than the other one. All right, little update. We have the rear speakers with the tweeters finally installed. Let's see if we can finally put the subwoofer under the passenger seat, and let's finish this installation. I know this looks like a big mess here. We are moving on to the installation of the subwoofer under the passenger seat. We had to remove this plate so the subwoofer can have enough space to sit here, and this harness, we're gonna move it on the side. All right, moment of the truth. Let's see if this works, and let's see if it makes a difference in the sound. Bro, look at this. It just had power, bro. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is what the unit looks like installed. We have a little bit of a troubleshooting to do, and we're gonna take the Jeep to our friends in Veloz Audio to figure out what's going on. So what's happening is that the car only sounds with the factory amplifier connected, but it shouldn't be like that. So I follow the instructions, but the instruction don't say much about Jeeps that come with the upgraded audio from factory that have the rear subwoofer and the amplifier. So let's bring it to Veloz Audio to see what was wrong with the Jeep. I just picked the Jeep from Veloz Audio in Miami, and they did a great job fixing my mess. As you guys can see, we have the Alpine unit installed. Audio finally works, and what ended up happening was that this Jeep comes from factory upgraded audio, so that includes an amplifier and the rear subwoofer. Now the system that I had plug and play from Alpine was not really working well with that setup, so they did to do some custom wiring. They troubleshoot my mess. I had a few connections in the wrong place. They did everything right. Diego from Veloz Audio is a great person. Their staff is amazing. So if you ever need anything audio related to your car, that's the place to take it.